got an interesting question here. I think this was C4's idea, right? If you had to create a new FPL chip, what would it be? So C4, since it was your question, I assume you have an answer ready. So why don't you start us off?
When I asked the question, I didn't have an answer ready, but my answer is I would call it the super sub. And essentially what it would be is you could replace one person in your starting lineup with someone who's already played on your bench as long as the person in your lineup hasn't played yet. I don't know if that's enough to make it a full chip, but
So you're saying if somebody performs really well and they're on your bench, then you can bring them in, but only for somebody who hasn't played yet.
You know how most people have 1 week where they have someone in double digits on their bench?
Right.
Like a chip, so you can capitalize on that.
But why before the other guy plays?
Pardon?
Why not? Why before the replacement plays?
So that you can't play it at the end of the game week.
Yeah.
So maybe a better rule would be you have to play it before the end of the last game in a game week.
Well, we know how bad the FPL site is with updating their apps and letting you do anything until 8 hours after a game week ends. So they would have to significantly up their system. But I like it. I could definitely use that a couple times. Gasch, you got one?
Yeah, so I would call this the overload or something, but it's basically a free hit, but there's no limit on the number of players from a single team.
Ooh.
So you can take whatever. If you're crazy, you can make the full starting 11 and try to predict one team starting 11 or something, or just it could be really fun in a double game week where double game week for some and a blank game week for others, where you just load up on those teams that are actually playing. So I think that'd be a fun it's probably too close to the free hit, but I think it'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I would. I'd probably use that this weekend and get a bunch of Arsenal players in my squad ahead of the match.
Oh, are they playing Newcastle or?
Tazz, how about you? You got one?
I wouldn't. I don't know. I can't think of one that I would want to bring in, but I would love to modify the free hit chip and make it where you don't have a budget for that game week. I feel like that would be a really cool thing, and it would make it more interesting where people wouldn't just rely on it for when it's blank game weeks. You would also rely on it when maybe two powerful team, like Man City and Liverpool are both playing really relegation tier teams with 5 game weeks left. So I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick. So an unlimited free hit.
So yeah, you don't have a price budget for that 1 week though.
I don't have one because I just saw this question now. Well, I saw it right before the show, and I didn't think of one. How about an FPL chip where if you miss the deadline, you could still set your team?
No.
Just once a year.
Once a year, you just once 10 more times this season.
I promise that's the only time it's happening this year.
Game week 6.
I think by this time, this is the time last year where I missed 3 or 4 in a row. I just didn't. Yeah, I was top 2,000 in the United States, and then I just forgot about it. So
that's too much pressure.
Yeah, too much pressure.